guys are familiar with local bitcoins. Well, now we're talking about LocalMonero because Monero's getting its own platform. Monero's growing in value. More people are seeing that it is a very secure coin, and there's quite a bit of interest in it, especially since the price rose from like 35 to 80 to 92 past $130. It is approaching $2 billion market cap. So let's talk about Monero today. My name is Mike, or Kubera. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And currently Bitcoin in its state is $4,550. Monero is ninth place on CoinMarketCap. Monero has been around for quite a little bit. It's one of the safest coins out there. A lot of people use it because they transfer from various wallets, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever it is. You start off with that amount, okay, and then you make a Monero wallet. You send that, through an exchange, which depends how you do it. Some exchanges like Bitcoin E, which supposedly is coming back in a couple weeks, although I don't know, I wouldn't fully trust Bitcoin E, and it's got some weird stuff, and it has to work with the US, and there's just a lot of interesting things going on with Bitcoin E. But anyways, so there's exchanges out there that don't fully ask for all your details, like that one, and so you use one of those exchanges, or the exchanges that do ask for your details. It depends on what amount you're dealing with. If it's under 10,000 or under 25,000 for certain ones, you send it through, you exchange it, you swap it out. Might take quite a little bit of time depending on how much you're dealing with, and then you go into your Monero wallet. Once you have that Monero, boom, send it from one Monero wallet to another, and then you're able to exchange it back into another coin. It's kind of a lengthy process, but really if you look at it, it's kind of simple. It only takes a little bit of time and it's tedious, but it works because at that point, boom, it's, well, I wouldn't say it's untraceable. Nothing's untraceable out there in the online world. However, that's one of the interesting things about Monero. Whenever you see in the news criminals getting busted, like, oh, this amount of Bitcoin, this amount of Ethereum, unknown amount of Monero. Interesting. Anyways, so local Bitcoin is a way for people to kind of buy Bitcoins anonymously. People are more than willing to do that. They don't want Coinbase or these exchanges to have their details straight up there. So Bitcoin's nice, but it's not fully anonymous, as we all should know by now. So Monero, though, it's 10 times better than Bitcoin in terms of that. Like, okay, so it's maybe not perfect. It's got some sketchy things to it, but it works. And in its current state, if it works, there's a lot of people who are interested in it. So I think this is actually a pretty opportune moment for these guys. It was just a bunch of Monero enthusiasts from Hong Kong who decided, you know what, we're going to make it. It's called LocalMonero.co. .co, because probably .com was taken, or .co just seemed cooler or whatever. They promised that they're not going to keep any IP logs, and after 180 days everything's going to be wiped, all the chats and stuff on the actual platform or website. The logs are all encrypted, and certain things are watermarked, so you know exactly what's going on. Now, it is running through Google, and with Google's APIs, I mean, we know how Google is. It's one of those companies that is working buddy-buddy with the NSA sometimes, with governments from around the world. They ask for some help. They need it from Google. Google gives them a nice helping hand. They're like, hey, it's all good, no problemo. Then they turn around. They lie to the public sometimes. Google's going a little bit downhill, although I probably shouldn't say that considering we're all using Google's platform, but whatever. So Google is, keeping logs, and come on, all the cookies and stuff that whenever you search up something, for example, the advertisements that play on this video sometimes, or you're using ad blocker, but if you have advertisements playing, then they're all customized, most of them at least, to what your search history is, what you are interested in. They know your age, or they can roughly guesstimate how old you are, where you're from, location, of course. And there's so many different bits and pieces of data that Google uses, and they have track of, and then they sell that information to other companies, then they kind of modify with it, and it's constantly updated. So LocalMonero does have some location data, and with any company out there, there's a certain point where you get too skeptical. You don't want to go to that aspect. However, it's good to be a little bit paranoid about this stuff, especially because you know that 90% of the users of this website are totally just using Monero for investment, like not running away from anything whatsoever. Yeah, local Monero is pretty much going to be two very sketchy parties meeting up together in a not sketchy location, like a dark alley or something. Boom, swapping some, $250,000 for just a couple of Monero, and bam, bang, bang. It's easy, right? They are promising that it's going to be all okay and security-wise. I don't know. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. This is an interesting project nonetheless. And so we got local Bitcoins, local Monero. What's next? Local Ethereum? Oh boy. Although that doesn't really, it could work because it's one of the more popular coins out there, but this is more for anonymity, and you guys understand why, right? If you go through an exchange, even if they promise not to keep your details, it's tricky to stay anonymous and have good OPSEC with computers. But offline, you meet with one party, and sure, you have to trust that individual because that individual could be somebody who could take down your information without you knowing it, or they take pictures, or they're an agent, or it's James Bond who's meeting up with you selling you Monero. But still, chances of that are extremely low, and if you do bulk buys with that one individual, you find somebody who's trusted, you keep going back to them, boom, it's immediately much less risk than going on and having to worry about the same plan every single time for OPSEC and being anonymous and all this. And even if you're not doing anything bad, there's a lot of reasons that you should care about your security. With the NSA leaks from the past couple of years, with WikiLeaks going on, if you just read through this stuff, the average person should be scared. There is the old argument of, if you have nothing to hide, blah, 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 blah. Read 1984, George Orwell, and fantastic book, by the way. Remember science fiction class? Oh boy. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about Monero? Is it a great investment? Is it going to hit $10,000? Is it the next Bitcoin? Monero is going to beat out Bitcoin. That's what's going to happen. No, I think Monero's... I'm not too sure about the price. We did see a price increase after some Korean exchanges announced that, they're all up for it. First of all, Korea came into the market and they started buying up a bunch. But there's more exchanges that are going to list it. Whenever a coin gets listed on an exchange, that means more volume, so the price it doesn't automatically go up. But it increases the probabilities of the price going up. That's what I meant to say. Monero reached an all-time high of $153.31. Do you think it could hit $200? Right now it's fluctuating in the 130s. It's been an interesting time. Bitcoin's approaching $5,000. It is a crazy world for the blockchain. But hey, that's why we're here, interested in the crypto community. No matter what happens, whether you make money, whether you lose money, you gotta stay updated with all this stuff, because if you fall if you fall behind 1 or 2 days, before you know it, who knows what's the next big thing. If you are going to do some not so nice activities, just remember, please be safe. And actually, my other channel might be of interest to you. We're approaching 30,000 subscribers on there, so we're gonna rock it to the moon. Get it? Okay, no, that was kind of lame. I know. I remember when Monero was like number 25 or something like that. Now, the thing that is sketchy about it is with the developers, but then again, there's a lot of these coins. It just with everything in cryptocurrency, you don't know. You don't fully trust everybody. Whenever there's layers of encryption, you have to start building this confidence from within yourself and building communication with the other party that you're dealing with. You never know who's on the other end when everything's encrypted. If LocalMonero decides to sell off data, and they do decide to keep data, first of all, I don't think the people that are actually using the platform are ones they want to deal with, because certain things might happen. Let's just say that. But the other thing is, it's going to set a precedent for other companies that are trying to do similar things. It's also going to hurt local Bitcoins. It's going to hurt the way people in the news looks at cryptocurrencies. So hopefully these guys are good, they have good intentions. They can make a lot of money just running this site probably, and whatever other projects they come up with. In the end, it's all about the money, isn't it? My name is Mike Cabrera. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you have any opinions you'd want to throw down there below. If you're a business, check out my business email, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. There's not enough time in the day. See ya.